Let's see, is that enough? Punch 2 and breaking 3, power 5. Can we switch these? Oh, that costs a lot more. Okay. Power 5 and breaking 3, flame, punch 2, infinity. I think that'll work out pretty well. Do that. I think that's what we wanted. And then do that. We need 12 levels for that. Oh well. But this is still a pretty good bow. Better than the one that we have right now, so I'll keep that. But anyways, guys, everybody, welcome back to White's World. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. I know I am. Since last episode, I have done a bit of work around here in the world. I did a few enchants earlier today. I enchanted a helmet. I don't quite remember what the enchant was. I believe it was Protection 3, Respiration 3. There we go. I enchanted myself a new fishing rod, or a little bit of a fishing rod, and I combined it with the one that I have now. So the one we have now is now on Breaking 3, Luck of the Sea 3, and Lure 3, and I think I enchanted something else. I don't quite remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure I enchanted something else. But guys, the other thing I've been doing since the last episode, I AFK'd a tiny bit over here at the fish farm. Let's go ahead down here and see what we have. We got that. I got this bow from in here. I'm going to keep this on me for right now. We'll combine it with this bow that we have right now once we have enough levels. What else do we have in here? We got a few name tags, got some books. We got a Breaking 3 book, which is pretty interesting. A lot of bows. And one of you guys last episode did remind me that I should probably keep this Punch 2 Unbreaking 3 mending bow for whenever I get Elytra, which is a perfect example of things I love getting reminded of in comments. So seriously, thank you. Because otherwise I would have totally forgotten about that. But yeah, we got some saddles. We got a lot of stuff in here, and I'm going to be AFKing here some more in the future. I want to expand the storage system down here, maybe in a later episode or just off camera, because we're going to really need that as this world progresses. But in today's episode, we're not going to be doing really much enchanting or much AFKing or anything like that. I have a project to work on, or at least start today, that we've been needing to start for a little while now. I really need to get a mine shaft going, some kind of branch mine or something of the sorts. And I want to make this a big branch mine, because this is going to be the branch mine in the world. So it's kind of important to have a good branch mine, especially when you want to have a lot of diamonds like I do. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and try to find a place for one. I'm not really sure where I want to have it. I don't want to have it in the spawn chunks. I want to have it here at the base. But I'm not really certain where down in the base I want to have it. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a location. And when I bring you guys back, hopefully we'll have gotten started on the branch mine. I'm not entirely certain how to feel about this. I kind of feel like it's a little bit too big, this mine shaft branch mine entrance. But I kind of want to go big, We have an amplified world, which is huge here. I kind of want to go big. Not to mention, this is going to be the final place, or the only place, really, that I'm going to have an official branch mine. So, I don't really know. But guys, as you guys just saw earlier in this episode, I cleared out this little area right here. Our house is up there. Our ladders are right there. All of our farms are over that way. And I feel like right here is a perfect place for a mine shaft or a branch mine area. So I set up right here. Like I said, I'm not entirely certain if this is too big, though. I at least want to start this part, though, digging out this part, because we're going to at least have it 4 tall and 2 wide. Yeah, I see, having the entrance like this, I think would be too small. Is the thing. So I think having this big entrance is gonna work. And it fits in perfectly with the landscape because, as you see, like I said earlier, huge landscape around here. So it doesn't look out of place at all. Of course, we're gonna do some terraforming around this place once I get further into digging out this place. And once we get this thing finalized, this will probably not be the final design of the outside. I'll probably do some tweaks to it, at least to the frame and whatnot, off camera, and see what I could do with that. But guys, I think I'm going to go ahead after this little update and dig out some space. I want to have a little room just inside here before we start going down into a branch mine to have like furnaces and maybe different chests, like a little mini storage outpost area, I guess, or mini furnace and crafting table area we can do anything that we need for the mine shafts, and maybe have a little bit of storage for extra minerals and ores and whatnot that we get from mining, in case I don't want to take them all the way up to the house up there. Which, by the way, we will be doing some extra storage besides that house in the future, just not today. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera and work on this some more. And when I bring you guys back, hopefully, I'll have a lot more work done. I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad so far, but it has a long way to go. As you can see inside here, guys, I essentially replicated this doorway on the 3 different sides here, which I'm not a huge fan of. It's very boxish and very generic, which may not necessarily be a bad thing, but to me, I don't really know. But I want to keep this wide because I wanted this staircase. This right here, by the way, just draw a line right here. Can I get some, do I have any oak on me? Do I have any oak on me? There we go. This right here is going to be where the entrance to our mine shaft actually starts. And on the sides here is where we're going to have different, like, I'm pretty sure on this side is going to be smelting and this side storage is kind of what I wanted to do. But overall, like I said, not turned out too bad. And I've also noticed this episode, guys, sometimes episodes are more of, I'm doing this mainly for YouTube. I mean, I'm still enjoying those types of things that I'm doing in those episodes. But I get a very different feel from this episode. This episode, I'm just genuinely interested in making this the best possible product that I can. This mine shaft, for some weird reason. I know you guys probably aren't as interested as I am, but I don't know. I really want this to be really good. So we'll see how things like that turn out. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera and see what more I can do. I want to get in some smelting over here and some storage over here. And when I bring you guys back, hopefully we'll have that done, and I can show you guys what I've done around here. So this is a little different, isn't it? I'm actually in my creative test world right now. We're not in my single player world. Oh, it is a single player world, but it's, you know what I mean. Anyways, the little dilemma I had while I was doing the mine shaft area was that we have this 5x5 area to put in a little furnace setup right here. As you can see, I've done a little bit of a setup right here. And what I usually go with, which is something like, you guys probably know it, you go a double chest there, you put 2 hoppers in there, you put like something like that, and you put hoppers into here to feed in the coal, and you put hoppers on top to do that, and then you go bang, 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 like that. Can I do that? That is the typical setup for, not necessarily automatic, but a semi-automatic furnace setup. That's kind of typical, and that's what I used to use back in my old single-player world, and I think I used it on Afterlife Season 1. But I realized that since I have this 5x5 space, I can't really do that. I mean, I probably could, but I'd have to go into this wall right here, which then leads on to the outside. And I wanted to try something different. I wanted to do a little bit of innovation, I guess, and see if I could figure out something else that might work. So I ended up with this kind of thing. What happens is there are 4 furnaces, 2 in the back there, which you can see, 2 in the front right here. You can see these top parts, you've put in some sort of ore in these top chests. They feed into these hoppers right here. There's a hopper back there as well. Feed into the furnaces. You put your coal in here. It works on the same premise as this, but it's just organized a little different way. And then in the back here, and how I get that back furnace, whatever is cooked in there, to this front chest right here, these 2 front chests. If we head back here, there's a layer of hoppers. There's a hopper here, which feeds into this hopper there, which feeds into a hopper that's underneath of, which feeds into this hopper right here. So pretty simple, nothing game-changing right there. Oops. Nothing game-changing, but I just thought I'd share it with you guys before I do it in the world, because it is something a little bit different. And stuff like this is kind of what keeps me going in Minecraft, making little things like this, little deviations to what is already known as, or what is already known as a pretty well-known furnace system. Making little deviations is really fun. I really enjoy doing this. I'm not entirely certain about the color scheme of it, or how this block is just floating here. That doesn't make any sense. But if I put fences in front, I wouldn't like it. So, yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go into our single player world and make this in the mine shaft. And when I bring you guys back, we'll have it all completed. Okay. So I've been working on this area for a little while now. As you can see, it's very far from finished, but I wanted to tell you guys something that I really screwed up on. So remember how I was saying last clip that the area that we need to fit into is a 5x5 area? Some of you probably are facepalming in the comments right now. Yes, it is a 5x6 area. Great job, White. So essentially all I did is I added the row of upside down stairs up here. And I don't know, I just extended this wood beam across for right now. That may not stay, although I'm kind of liking how that's looking compared to something like that. But I don't know. We'll have to see. What I actually thought about doing though is what if we took this baby out, take you and like that. Is that any better? That's all right. I like this part right here better though. Keeping it like that, I actually do like that. So I will probably keep that. I'll probably get rid of this. But another thing I messed up on, guys, that I didn't hit on yet, I built this entire thing on this side. Yeah. Good job, White. Now, I could have left it over here, but I like how it looks on this side better. And on this side, of course, we're going to have chests. I'm not entirely certain how we're going to do it. I need a bunch of trap chests, probably. I don't know if we're going to put a beam in the middle right here. How's this going to look? We might do that. Yeah, I think we'll actually put a beam in the middle and put rows of chests right there. That's probably going to work out best. But yeah, I put it all on this side to start out with, and it did not turn out well. I didn't like it, so I moved it all over to this side. I don't think I talked about the floor either yet. The floor, crafting tables in the middle, using some of this, what is this called? Chiselstone brick right here. Added some oak along the outside and some cobblestone and some polished andesite. I think it all looks pretty good personally. I really like how the floor design turned out. Now this block right here will probably eventually be replaced with a glowstone with a glass block on top of it. That's kind of my plan right now, but we'll see how that turns out. I don't know if that's exactly what I want to do in the future. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and get back to work on this place. I want to put in the storage area right here. Maybe start on the mine today, but probably not. We'll probably leave that for next episode or just a future episode. And I want to get the pathway started around here as well. See how that all ties into this thing. I think it's going to look pretty good in the end, and I hope you all will like it as well. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get back to work. I'll see y'all in a sec. Alrighty, so guys, I've been working on this little mineshaft area. We've got the storage area, and I also started on the mineshaft itself down here, the area down to the branch mine. I've gotten down to level 17, I think. Of course, these stairs are not going to be final. This is just to lay out the space of where the stairs are going to be. It goes all the way down there to for right now. And one more thing I wanted to mention about this little staircase right here. I do plan on decorating the walls, and I'm not certain how wide we're going to have the stairs. I'm thinking just having 3 wide stairs, but having something extra on the sides, whether it's just some sort of decoration. Or another thing I was thinking about was having some sort of minecart track go down. That way, we can maybe have like a chest minecart. So if we get a whole bunch of goodies down there and we just want to send them back up, we can easily do that. That's something I've never really done in a mineshaft, but I'd really be open to doing in this sort of mineshaft for this series and whatnot. But guys, to finish off today's episode, we're going to go ahead and do some terraforming around here. I'm probably going to speed up the footage a little bit. Won't be too much footage, hopefully. And I also want to talk about the comments I got on last episode, which were some really good comments, and I kind of want to discuss them a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get to terraforming, guys, and I'll see you in a sec. So to start off, I wanted to thank you all so much for all the feedback and suggestions and responses you had to last episode's topic. You guys left some amazing feedback and some amazing responses, and I really do appreciate it. But one thing in particular I wanted to clarify, I think I clarified it in the video, and I didn't really get any comments on this, but I was looking back through the video, and just to clarify, I'm not trying to diss anybody who spends less time on videos. It's not my intention. Like I said, I still enjoy those videos as much as I would enjoy someone who puts a lot of time into editing and all that stuff. I was just trying to provide a contrast between 2 different types of recording styles and editing styles, and how one usually takes less time than the other. So just want to clarify that. But guys, I have been taking your feedback into consideration. I know I said last episode that I wouldn't be changing my content, and I won't be changing my content, but some of you said that you prefer to have longer videos every once in a while and have some talky episodes, and I do want to have some of those talky longer episodes in this series. The big struggle I have for that, though, is the fact of trying to find a topic. I'm not the most interesting of people, so it's kind of difficult for me to have different stories and stuff to talk to you guys about. But if I do have a story, if I do have a topic, if I am inspired to talk about a certain thing, I will try my best to make a little talky episode about it maybe someday. But we'll see. I don't know if that'll necessarily come anytime soon, but it's definitely something that I'm taking into consideration, seeing as many of you do like the more talky, longer episodes from what it seems like. From the comments I saw, of course, the comments don't represent everybody, but they do represent a good portion of people, so I very much took those into consideration. Also, I wanted to thank you guys for all the dog names that you left in the last episode. If you want to leave some more in today's episode, you're more than welcome to. I am still writing down names. I will forever be writing down names, because that's one of the things in this series I really want to be prevalent, is having dog names. However insignificant it may seem, having those names in the world, I feel like is super, super important. And I feel like with interacting with you guys and making you guys a part of the world. So like I said, if you have any more dog names at all, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to respond to that comment whenever I do write it down on my list, because I do indeed have a list. I've said this many times. It's a little notepad with a bunch of different names, and I put done next to the name if it's already been named on a dog. So I do actually do that. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for the comments. Like I said, thank you all so much for your feedback and responses. Really do appreciate it, and I am taking some of that stuff into consideration. Anyways, guys, without further ado, let's get into the final bit of today's episode. Something like this maybe for the pathway? I guess we'll just go straight for right now. I'm not putting the paths in just yet, but of course it's gonna have to narrow into the kind of pathway that we're gonna have down here, because the pathway that we're gonna have down here, guys, is the same one that is up there. At least I hope it will be. We may still change it, but for right now, we'll at least use some leaves to line it up. I think that this place is gonna look really good with this pathway, and if we dotted these instead of doing that, do something like that. Maybe that would work out better. I don't know. We'll have to look at it. But guys, like you just saw earlier today, or a couple minutes ago, we terraformed this little area. I'm not entirely certain how to feel about terraforming. I'm not the greatest at terraforming, but I feel like some of the areas at least look a little bit better now. They don't look so weird against this cliff face, and it kind of does seem like it's coming out at us, which is kind of the what I wanted to get out of this little area. But sooner rather than later, we're going to move all of our stuff. We'll probably move some of that stuff into here. We'll get this done in the future. But I think what we're going to do next episode, guys, just to pre-plan a little bit, next episode, we're going to need to do a lot of farming. As you can see, I have 8 steak left. It's not really a good thing. So we're going to need to do a lot of farming of crops and of animals and get that thing rolling. And then the episode after that, we will be fighting the Wither for episode number 10, which I'm super excited about. I need to go into the Nether and get a few more Wither skulls before we can do that. And we'll also be talking about future things about viewer interaction in terms of like comments and how those are going to be implemented into this world. Because I do still want to implement some sort of comment system into this world. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll just have to wait for episode 10, I guess, to see what I'm talking about. Which I'm super excited for. But guys, that is gonna do it for today's episode. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and or not already subscribed. Anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you later.